Practicing FGM is not a religion issue, it's a cultural issue, and it needs to be stopped. It's a culture that is abusing women and children. If you are not circumcised, when you have a baby and the head of the baby touches your clitoris, the baby will die. And also, to be a proper woman, you must be circumcised so that you will be able to protect any children you are bringing to life. But all that is lie.
Like I've said in my speech, let's become the voice for the voiceless. I think it's quite important that people come out of this room with the mindset that FGM should be eradicated. And also I do hope that when people go out there, they are able to educate other people by word of mouth and try to find out as much information about the issue as possible. This could come in many different shapes and forms. I think it's important that we take active action, which could be going around schools and trying to educate youngsters about this issue that's going on. We can prevent any future cases. People that work in the health sector and the education sector to be more aware of the issue and to find out any safeguarding concerns and to be able to identify a child is a victim of FGM so we can eradicate it, do as much action as possible to prevent it in the future.
FGM affects many people, families, communities, but primarily young girls and women, and it's an horrific crime. And by attending the events like we have today, it's a great opportunity to sort of share and raise the awareness around FGM, because I think for me that is one of the critical areas that we need to. All our communities are aware of FGM, how to access support, and primarily what the advice that likes of peacemakers can give around FGM and supporting those families and communities across the Bradford district.
Today I've been given a presentation about the police and our powers about female genital mutilation. I was also part of the panel, which was interesting. Firstly, the awareness of FGM, the fact that it's here within Bradford, it's here within the UK, and that we need to be aware of it, and also that working together as different agencies, the police, health, social care, and all the various charities, we can all work together to try and tackle it and prevent it and try and stop it from happening.
FGM is important to talk about because it does not only affect one community, it is an international issue that must be addressed. So when we talk about FGM, we see prevalent in Africa, in Asia, including in the UK as well. Last year I started doing active work, sharing my experience with people and trying to advocate as much as possible about FGM, because I didn't know that I was a victim until I was 17 years old, and right now I'm just 19 years old. So it is quite recent, and the main thing that actually motivated me to start coming out and talking about my experience.
It's an opportunity to get partners together in one room and to be able to share what their experiences are of dealing with people who have suffered FGM, bring survivors together as well to talk to us about their experiences and what they want from us as elected members, where their voice in the community, we need to be able to hear from them and how we can support them further. The number of partners that have come together today are more than what we've ever had, so this means that the word is out there. People understand the devastation that FGM has on people's lives. We were told today that nearly 87,000 complaints have come in about FGM. In one avenue you can say, oh my God, 87 is a big number, but on the other side it's good that people are now raising their voice against this. Previously people were too scared to say anything, communities were too scared to point a finger at anybody, but now it's happening, and this can only be good for people, for young women who possibly would be victims, or for those victims who are now survivors.
And I think it's important hearing that survivor's voice and for others to understand the impact of what that has on health and mental health. And it's been quite powerful and hard-hitting, but it absolutely needs to be done, because people, when they hear of FGM, don't really understand what that means and how that can impact on somebody's life.
And I think it goes twofold as well, because FGM, you can't see it. If you can't see it, you don't know it's happened. Looking at Yemi herself, her story, coming through what she has done to now be able to stand there and say enough is enough. It has to stop. We cannot continue to do this to our young women. It's detrimental not just to their physical health now, but their mental health and their long-term health as well, and their families. It's not just a single person impact, and it has to stop. We've got many people on this partnership now, and we're hoping to gain more partnership working with other organisations. Already around the table we have organisations like the Anah project, we've got people from West Yorkshire Police, from Bradford Council, safeguarding units. Today we've been in the presence of the leader of the council who came in to wish us well. So this is something that everybody has interest in, and it's so important that we keep going forward with this partnership work with local organisations, with voluntary organisations out there who, even though they are small, but they are doing an amazing amount of work out there to help people who have come through this debilitating and diabolical situation that they found themselves in.
As I'm from Peacemaker International and Women in Safe Hand, and as one of the survivors of FGM, I do not want any child to be caught. The practice needs to stop because it's a safeguarding issue, it's an abuse, and it's also hidden. If I do not tell you that I'm a survivor, you can't see it in me, you won't know. That is the reason why the campaigning, educating people, and also to tell people that all the taboo, the myths that we were told when we were young concerning FGM is not true. And the campaign is about zero tolerance for FGM for non-medical reasons. I want people to go away and think that that is true. We need to be involved. We can't close our eyes to it. We want people to continue educating people, and also we want the service, people to come out. They can contact us. They can contact Peacemaker International and ask for support and help. It's confidential and it's culturally sensitive. And also we want people to work with us, to come and join our multi-agency so that we can work together. We can make Bradford a safe place for everyone, regardless of wherever they are from.